Hello, my dear friend. Welcome back to this course. I hope you have done the quizzes of the previous lesson and you have watched carefully the previous lesson because that lesson is very important. It contains the application of the concept, that is the squaring of numbers ending with 5. Now we'll move to the advanced application part. Advanced application, again, the concept that we have learned in the lesson 1. We will see some advanced, more interesting applications of that concept, that how we can apply that concept not only in the squaring but also in some other calculations. So see, for example, if I have a number 2.5 and if I have a number 0.25 and I want to product 2.5 times 0.25, I want to calculate its product. So how will I calculate it? It seems that to calculate the to calculate the product of these two numbers, I have to multiply it. Okay, I have to multiply it by the traditional method of multiplication, but that would be a very time consuming. Okay, because we have learned the technique of square, so we will try to apply that concept. We'll try to apply that logic, that how we can apply that concept to other calculations as well, the basic, not only the basic calculations but also on the advanced calculations. For example, observe this number 2.5 times 0.25. How will you calculate the product of these two numbers? What I will do is I will imagine this number as square of 25 times 0.001. Now why I have written this 0.001? Imagine that you have learned in the school. Okay, try to remember that if I multiply 25, okay, if I divide 25 by 10, it will give you 2.5. okay, and if I divide by this 25 by 100, it will give you 0.25. so that means this decimal is nothing but the zeros in the denominator. Okay, the zeros after 1 in the denominator. So in 2.5 and 0.25, I have the decimal at 1, 2 and 3 places. So I have put in a decimal here and 0, 0, this is 1, 2 and 3 digits after the decimal. So 25 times 0.001. Okay, this is a very simple thing, that you can convert this 2.5 into 0.25 into a very interesting number as 25 square times 0.001. Now to calculate this particular thing, to calculate this expression, what I can see here, I have the square of 25. So just imagine that instead of multiplying 2.5 and 0.25, I want to take the square of 25 and I have to simply put the decimals, okay, out of it. So how to calculate this number? What you can do is square of 25 will apply the same method that we have learned in the previous lesson, previous lesson, that is the square of 25. I want to calculate the square. Step 1 would be, I will identify the number before 5. So it is 2. So the square of 2 will, the 2 into incrementing this 2 by 1, it will give you 3. So 2 times 3 gives you 6. So 2 times 3 is 6, and then I will calculate the square of 5. It will give you 25. Now I will join the result of both these steps. So 6 and 25 will get joined to form 625. So it means that if I want to multiply 2.5 and 0.25, I can imagine this expression as square of 25 times 0.001. Now in place of square of 25, I can write 625. So it will become something like this. This and this result, in place of square of 25, you have written 625 times 0.001. Now we'll see this calculation, this multiplication is the easiest thing that you can do. This is the easiest calculation in the mathematics. What you can do is the decimals, how many decimal places do I have here? This is 1, 2 and 3 places. So in this number also I will put the decimal after 3 places. So I will start calculating from the right side. This is 5, this is 1, this is the first place, the second place and the third place, and I will put a decimal just after the 6, and the result would come out to be 0.625, that is 0.625. This is how you can calculate it. Okay, 0.625 will be your calculation multiplying these two numbers. So because this is an easy. So just now imagine that what's easy for you. Are you comfortable to calculate 2.5 and 0.25 directly, or if you are comfortable to calculate it by this method, that is squaring of 25 and multiplying 0.001 to it. I feel that this is the better method. This is an easy method for doing the same calculation. Okay, let's see some more example. For example, I want to multiply 0.35 times 0.035. I have to multiply this 0.35 and 0.035. So what would be the technique to multiply this kind of number? Do I need to apply my traditional method, or do I have anything else? Do I have any tool or any specific power to multiply this number mentally? Yes, I have. What I can see, I can write this as 35 square times 0.0000 and then 1. Now why I am writing this? Because how many decimal places do we have here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have 5 places as decimal. So square of 35 times 0.0000 and 1. So it means I have to calculate the square. I have to calculate the square of 35 here and multiply it by 0.00001, and I will get the result of this calculation. Okay. So how to calculate the square of 25? What you will do is, this is our 35. Okay. So to calculate the square, first identify the number just before the 5. So the number before the 5 is 3. I will increment this 3 by 1. It will give you 4, and 4 times 3 will give you 12. Then what is the square of 5? Square of 5 is 25. So now you can join the results of both these calculations, both these steps. It will be 1225, that is 1225. This is what you will get. Now in place of square of 35, I can write the result as 1225. Now just imagine this in this way. So 1225 times 0.0000 and 1. So again, this is again a very easy calculation. At how many places do I have decimal? I have 5 places. Okay, the decimal is just after the 5 places from counting from the right hand side. So here I have 1, 2, 2 and 5. So how will I calculate the decimal? See, this is 1, 2, 2 and 5, and I have to put the decimal after 5 places starting from the right hand side. So this is first digit, the second digit, third digit, fourth digit, or 4th place. Now I have only 4 places here. What I will do, I will add a 0 just before the 1. So this is first place, second place, third place, fourth place and fifth place, and then I will put a decimal. So the result comes out to be 0.01225. Okay, 0.01225, because I already have only 4 digits, but I have to add a 0 just before the 1, so that this number of decimals can be contained in this single number. Okay, so it's 0.01225. This would be your result. Okay, now let's see some more example. For example, I have a number 0.8085 times 8500. So 0.085 times 8500, how to calculate this number, how to calculate this product? What you will do, you will imagine this number as square of 85 times, now the decimal is at 3 places, so 0.001 times this, we do not have decimal here, rather we have a 100 here. So from this I will get 0.001, and from here I will get 100. So 85 times 0.001 times 100. Okay, this is what I will get. Now we can see this calculation becomes easy, as I can see a square of number 85. So square of 85 will calculate it. So to calculate the square of 85, I will identify the number just before 5, that is 8. I will increment this 8 by 1 and I will multiply it to 8 only. So 8 into 8 plus 1, that is 9. So 9 8s are 72. So here we got 72. Then I will calculate the square of 5. It will give you 25. Okay. Now what is the next task? I will join the result of both these. Okay, both these steps. 72 and 25 will get joined. It will give you 7225, 7225. So this is the result that I got from the squaring of 85. Now what I will do, I will substitute this value, I will write this value in place of square of 85. So I will get a calculation something like this. 7225, okay, times, now here you can see the multiplication. Here I have decimals at 3 places, 1, 2 and 3, and I have two zeros. So 2 places and 2 zeros will get cancelled by each other, and you will be left with only one decimal. Okay, so you have only one decimal here, that is 0.1, and the result is 7225 times 0.1. So when you multiply it, it will give you 722.5. Okay, so this is a calculation that you can apply. So in this way we can calculate the number like this and this, which are a bit typical, which we do not directly get the concept. Okay, you have to think a lot about it, that how we can apply, how we can calculate the multiplication of these numbers. Okay, but this technique will definitely going to help you to calculate squares of the, or I will say the product of the numbers, product of two numbers, okay, which seems to be in the form of 5, which can, where you can form the square of 5. Okay. Okay, let's see one more interesting example for this application of technique of squaring. So let's see, there is a 3-digit number. If I take 3-digit number as 1.05 and 0.105, so you can see this is a 3-digit number, this 1.05 and 0.105. I want to calculate the product of these two numbers. So what I can do, I can imagine this number as 105 square, okay, and times, now you can see the decimal is at 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 places. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 places. So 105 square times 0.0000 and 1. Now to calculate this number, now to calculate the product of these two numbers, first I have to calculate the square of this 105. Okay, now we have learned the method that how to calculate the square of 105. See, this is our 105. I will first identify the numbers just before 5, that is 10. I will increase this 10 by 1 to get 11, and I multiply this 11 to 10. So 10 times 11 will give you 110. And then after 110, I will take the square of 5, that is 25. Now I will join the results of both these steps, that is 110 and 25. So 11025. This is how you calculate the square of 105. Okay. Now I will add, now I will replace, I will substitute the result of this calculation, that is I will substitute the value of 105 square, 11,025, just here. Okay. So in place of 105 square, I can write 11,025. So this will give you the result as like this. Okay. 11025 times 0.0000 and 1. So what is the next step? I will simply put the decimal. I will simply put the decimal starting from the right hand side. I will start calculating from the right hand side. So 11025 is your number, and you will start calculating from the right hand side. This is first, second, third, fourth and fifth, and you will put a decimal. So the result will come out to be 0.11025. Okay, just like normally we used to do the calculation. I have 5 decimal places, so I have simply multiplied this 5 decimal places to 11,025, and I placed the decimal, and I got the result as 0.11025. Okay, so the product of 1.05 and 0.105 is basically 0.11025. As you can see, the calculation becomes a lot easier. A calculation becomes very, very easy. Okay. Similarly, let's see one more example, one more 3-digit number. For example, I have 11.5 times 11,500, 11500. So 11.5 here I have, and here I have 11,500. I want to multiply these two numbers. So the one method is I can apply this by traditional method. I can apply this by normal calculation, the multiplication that we have learned in our school days. But to increase our speed, we have to go for some special methods, and the special method is the one which we have learned in the previous lesson. Okay, and we will going to apply that method here. So what I can do, I can write this calculation as 115 square. Okay, 115 square times, now this is only one place, so I have decimal only at one place, so it becomes 0.1. Okay, this calculation, this will become 0.1, and I have 2 zeros here, so it is 100. So my 11.5 times 11,500 becomes 115 square times 0.1 times 100. Now what I will do, I will calculate the square of 105. Okay, so 105, this is the number 105. Now you calculate its square. First you identify the number before 5, that is 11. You will add 1 to this, it will give you 12, and you multiply the result to 11 only. So 11 into 11 plus 1, that is 12. So 11 times 12 will give you 132. Now there is a special technique for this as well. When you multiply any number by 11, what you have to do is just add these two numbers and write the result in between. So this is 12 times 11, so 1 plus 2 is 3, and I will write the result in between, so it will become 132. Okay, for example, if you have, let us suppose 54 times 11, so what you can do, just add the result, add the sum digits 5 and 4 and write the result in between. So 5 plus 4 is 9, so I will write this 5, 4, and in between I will write 9. So 54 times 11 will become 594. This is a technique. Okay, now to calculate the 115 square, I identified the number before 5, that is 11. I will multiply this 11 by 12, I will get 132. Now I will take the square of 5, that is 25, and then I will join the results. I will join the result of this step and this step. So 132 and 25 will give you 132, 25. So this is the result of this calculation. Now in place of 115 square here, I can write 132, 25, 13,225. So this will become something like this, 13225 times, okay, then you have one place decimal and you have two zeros, so one decimal and one zero will get cancelled with each other and you will be left with 10. Okay, so I will get 13225 times 10. So the result is simply I will add the zero, I will put a 0 after 5, it will become this, okay, 1,32,250. So the product of 11.5 and 11,500 is basically 1,32,250. This is our result. Okay, so in this way we can calculate this calculations easily. Just after this I have a very short quiz. There are only 5 questions. You can attempt these 5 questions, try to solve them yourself, try to do as many calculations mentally as you can. Okay, so this completes our first part of the course. Here we have discussed the basic technique and we have seen its application and some advanced applications as well. So in the next part we will see some interesting techniques and the applications of those techniques. Thank you for watching.